We've got over 500 vehicle tests on this channel, and almost all of them have headlight tests, so if you want to see how the lights on your vehicle work, this is the right place to be. Subaru sent us this nice 2025 Outback to test. We already did a YouTube video on this with all performance figures and fuel economy numbers. That's a separate video. Here we're doing night driving headlight test only. And I see we've only got one main bulb in there. It should be interesting. So let's take it out in the dark and see what happens. You won't see the full road test. We have a link for that at the end of this video. So you're getting two videos for the price of one free. All right, it's dark enough. Let's check out these lights. Right now I have the low beams on. One light. Just turned on the high beams and don't see any difference except there's a bit more light coming out. And here are the taillights. Big enough and bright enough. And the emergency flashers, kind of small, but maybe they'll be brighter when we turn off the taillights. There, headlights off, a lot easier to see now. Very small, but definitely bright enough. Adequate enough. And cold out here, let's go inside. Got a very nice info screen, very easy to use. I'll cover that in our daytime video. Yeah, the camera's a bit on the small side. Gauge cluster, very well designed, easy to see. And if you watch my videos, I cannot stand auto-dimming mirrors unless I have a disconnect switch. I don't want to drive in heavy city traffic with blacked out mirrors. It's not safe. In fact, it's kind of stupid. But here, we have the camera system. I think this was extra money, if I recall. With a wide-angle lens. I see we have the 50-50 split where everything's bright on the bottom of the line and everything's visible on top of the line. This is why I don't like a lot of these LED type headlights. Doesn't have to be this way. There's some good ones out there where you have more vision, but for some reason automakers seem to be doing this. I don't like this, but let's continue on. It takes about 175 to 200 feet to stop a typical car at freeway speed. So you need at least that distance on your headlights so you're not overdriving the system. And here we're at 200 feet on this wall, and at high beam we have enough. Go to low beam. It does reach out, but not much height. Okay, as long as you're driving on level roads. And in backcountry roads you have a lot of dips, so the headlights can disappear. Now we're way back at 400 feet. High beams are reaching out, low beam. Didn't think it'd make it, but have a lot of weird dark spots too, but no big deal. It's going out about 60% of the way, 70%, which is more than enough. By the way, this vehicle has something called active headlights. You have to turn it on in the info screen. It means when you turn your steering wheel to the right, the headlights shift to the right. You turn the steering wheel to the left, the headlights swivel to the left. It works great when taking corners on mountain roads, like so. But you have to turn it on. You turn it on off on the screen. If it's off, you won't know you have it unless I tell you it's there. I don't recall if this feature is optional on the high-end units. Instead of all the units, you might want to check if you want to buy one. And these headlights are very expensive to repair, so if they break, gonna cost you. I'm told they're a couple $1,000 a piece, but don't hold me to that. And here I'm entering a dip to demonstrate what happens, backcountry roads and enter dips. You can see what's in front of you, but on top there could be an elephant and you wouldn't see it, and that's why I don't like this type of headlight design. It doesn't have to be this way. There's some nice LEDs out there. It gives you full range of vision, especially on some German brand of cars, but nobody's getting the message. And since we're on some dark, dingy streets, let's do some dark, dingy street driving. If the pavement's not even, again, you can see you can get a very short cutoff that you don't want. High beams will solve that because now I can see way down there, about a quarter mile. But with the low beams, not so much. These are not bad headlights. They pass. They're just not as good as they could be. Warning, warning, keep eyes on road. It's, where'd it go? I'm being spied on by a camera watching my face. I can't disconnect that unit. I've been trying. Every time I turn my head or have a camera in front of my face, it's warning me. Warning, warning. Will Robinson, warning. Yeah, okay. But I do like these active headlights. Here's the warning again, doesn't like my camera. Usually the spy camera is above the steering wheel on vehicles. I think it's over here, the top of the info screen. I have to get some masking tape and cover it up and see what happens. That concludes the headlight test. You want to see the full road test, there's a link coming up. Click and watch.